SBGB TV live call-in show.
Hello. Yeah. Hi, my name is Cherish. I just was calling in to let you know that Chrisean has always been a believer. Her first word was hallelujah. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what your angle is. Maybe you and I. It seems like you are fair. I'm just gonna say fair and not biased. But I feel like you need to do a little bit more research on Chrisean before you say that people that she turned to the Lord because something bad happened. I mean, we all do that.
All right,
but
so
she's
now
always
listen.
praised.
All right, let me say this now, right? I'm in my 40s, baby. I don't know how old you are, but I'm in my 40s, right?
I'm 50. I'm 51. I'll be 51.
Now listen, I've been living on this earth for a long time, and I understand how the world works, and I understand how people work. So this is how it works for everybody. This ain't just for we're going to exclude this person and that person. This is how it works for every human being in life. When you see somebody overly indulge in the Lord, something happened to make them do that. You understand that, right?
That could have been, I don't know about that.
I do. I know when I was locked up, this is how it happens. Everybody in there that's going through serious shit, and I was locked up for murder. Everybody in there that's locked up for some serious shit, they got the Bible. They got the Quran. They in there praying. They making sure they make prayer every session. When you come out, your experience. When you come out on the street, you pray periodically. This is how it happens. This is with all human beings. When somebody's going through something. That's not with all human beings. When somebody's going through something and it's drastic, they look for somebody to turn to help them. And it's usually the Lord. This is how life goes. I mean, you might. I'm not saying that, the things that she was going through, didn't like draw her to him, but she has always prayed. Like she grew up like in the church. She's always prayed. I mean, that's why I say. But that's what she started paying tithes. She started paying tithes and offerings at 7 years old. But I need you to feel me though, right, baby? See, and this is what we got. Like, this is why I try to.
Same with me.
This is why I try to.
Same with me. I developed a relationship with God at 5.
But this is what I'm trying to get you to understand. I hear what you're saying when you say that. Understandable. But when you overindulge, whereas though now it's God every 3 words, something happened, baby. This is what you got to understand.
I mean, it could be. It could be, but sometimes. Because I don't feel like you can overindulge.
Yeah, listen, baby, you can overindulge. If you saying God every 3 words, something happened, baby. Listen, see, and that's one thing about it. Listen, baby girl.
I don't feel like
listen for me, baby girl. Listen for 1 second, right, baby. This is one thing about me, right? I don't smoke, I don't drink. I have in the past before in my life, right? But when I'm on here, right, I'm on here and I'm not being biased. I'm being direct. And I'm being real. So it's like, I don't be on here like fabricating when I talk. It's because I have a lot of experience myself, right? And I still go through things in life as anybody else. But I'm talking about my observation. And I've been around a lot of people. You hear me? And I've been in situations and I said, I turned to the Lord. And now I'm praying every second. And now I'm asking for forgiveness. I understand how it works. So if I had this experience, I can't act like I don't understand it. And I'm watching this. Every second is the Lord, is God, every second. She wasn't doing this when she first got with Blueface.
She always
listen, baby, come on, baby, don't do that.
I know what you're talking about.
Yes, that's what you're talking about.
I'm gonna tell you why she couldn't really do that.
No, but you can't do that, baby. You can't do that. Now, I don't want you to do that because then you lying to yourself. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to tell me why she couldn't.
She couldn't do it.
But I don't want you to do that. That's lying to yourself now, baby. We got to stick on point. The point is that she's overindulged in the way she's doing because something happened. If before you wasn't doing this, when you was with this man, you can't tell me why she wasn't doing it. And now every 3 words that come out her mouth is she's doing it. It's because something happened and it led her in that direction. That's why I want you to, this is one thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep you on focus. You know what I mean? I don't want you to get off focus and then you explain to me what your emotions is telling you about something that is not the truth. The truth is something happened that's making her do this every 5 seconds and every word that she's saying. Do you understand where I'm coming from when I say this?
I understand where you're coming from. But I understand where you're coming from, but I don't think it's I don't really feel like it's overindulgence.
Yeah,
I feel like that's like her piece. I feel like she has, in some way, she has isolated herself, you know, to where that's her hiding place, and God that's what He wants to be. He wants to be your hiding place. Okay, He's a lover of your soul. So,
but didn't you run back to the person that caused all this on you? I just can't agree with that, baby.
No. We are, just because. Listen, man. Just because she is like, just because she may have had because we don't know. We really don't know. We could speculate. We really don't know what happened. Okay, but we all have flesh. Okay. We all have flesh. We all have fleshly desires, okay? We all fall victim, all right? I don't care how saved you are, okay? We all fall victim to certain things. Not necessarily victim, but we're weak. And plus, she, in her mind, she really loved this man, right? Hello?
Listen, I'm letting you talk because I'm not trying to interrupt you yet, but you know, we got different opinions, so I'm letting you go.
Right. She really loved this man. And a lot of times with us women, especially when you young like that, you have like this fantasy or of what you think this person should be. When this person basically, he don't care nothing about you. She's trying to make him equally yoked with her, okay? Because that's what she was. I don't know if she's trying to do that, but I think that may have been her dream because he had,
Baby, come on, baby. I need you. Listen, baby. If you listen to your boy, if you listen to me, baby, I'm gonna give you. You gotta listen to me. I'm speaking from experience. You know what I'm saying? I'm not speaking.
Man, I'm growner than you.
But you being growner than me, you got to understand that I'm that type of guy that I have real life experiences that I've had. You know what I'm saying? And I'm speaking with a clear brain, right? I'm not speaking and I'm not being biased with this. I'm speaking from what is being shown to us. I'm not just saying it if it was I'm on her side or not on her side. I'm speaking from what is being shown to us. This is being shown. If I see you doing something 1 minute and then you doing something another minute and then you go back to a situation, you can't tell me the excuse. Now, I'm just saying for me, if I know that you disrespected me and you hurt me, I understand not to go back in that area. It's no reason. I don't care if I got a kid with you or not. I'm not going back to something that brought me down to zero.
Yeah, that's you. That's you. A lot of people do that. A lot of people feel they make the mistake, and that's part of learning. You know, that's part of learning. That's part of growing. like I said, a lot of times women, we're emotional. Okay? Especially when you think that you're supposed to be somebody's nurturer, or I don't know, they just have that nurturing spirit, and some people, they play on that. You notice he was saying, yeah, amen, like basically saying the things that he felt like she wanted to hear, right?
I said that yesterday, day before.
Right. Basically saying the things that she, like, basically giving her some hope of maybe, he's getting it, or, but she said, she didn't want to be with him, but I don't know. I've been there, done that. And the reason why I could speak on certain things is because I was her age, and, and had, high hopes, and my kid's father told me things that I wanted to hear, but I was still, praying and still like going to church and stuff like that. And heavily with the Holy Spirit. However, I still had that that desire to be with him, but the things that I wanted, he didn't want, but he fed into, you know what I mean? Basically told me what I wanted to hear.
That's
you understand? And
though.
then sometimes we ignore the conviction, and that's the worst thing you can do, but we ignore what God wants because we want so bad to be with that person. And a lot of times, I ain't gonna front, I'm gonna keep it real. A lot of times it be lust too. Lust has a lot to play in it too. I'm not saying that with her, but it does.
So why wouldn't you say that with her?
The devil.
Why wouldn't you say it with her? So if you say,
because I don't know.
But you told me you know about the other stuff. How you know about the other stuff, but you don't know about that? Because that's her experience. I'm not in her head. I don't know. But that's why I'm telling you the stuff that I'm saying about her running to the Lord every day and speaking the Lord is because something happened.
Yeah, a lot of things happen though.
But this is what that's my whole point.
But see, that's what she's been taught to do anyway though.
But that's my whole point. My whole point is we're all
that's
taught
what she's
to do
been
that.
taught from a baby to do.
But
like
we're all
that,
taught
she's
to
been
do that,
praying
baby.
and stuff like that. Her whole, but she comes from a praying family.
But we are all taught to do that, baby. Everybody in this world. Whenever we're going through something, we're taught to pray, baby.
But she probably prayed. She prayed whenever, man, I've seen her be embarrassed and be praising God. Okay, like,
baby, I need you to feel me, though, baby. I need you to feel me, baby.
Some people just have that relationship.
Listen, you got to feel me, baby. You got to feel me. She's turning to the Lord because something happened, baby. That's all. Something happened.
She don't always do that because she don't always turn to God when something happened. She done been up and had and was with Blue or whatever, and made sure she went to church and gave the church everything she had in her pocket.
Baby girl.
So
I'm with you, baby. I'm with you, and
she still was cutting up or whatever, but she has always acknowledged God. Like, it's been some times, where I'm not saying she's perfect, but who is?
Listen, I got
but
you.
And yes, she probably did. She probably did. Because she was going through so much with him. She probably did.
Of course,
turn to him a little bit more.
Of course.
Hey, because that's what she's been taught to do.
Listen, I appreciate you calling in. I appreciate your opinion on this one. And stay tuned into the show.
Okay.
Smash that like button and hit that subscribe button. Bottom line, Chrisean went through something. Something happened. And from whatever happened, she turned to the Lord the way she has turned. SBGB TV live call-in show.
Yeah, what's up? It's C Brown.
What's going on with you, bro?
Yeah, I just wanted to chime in real quick. I think all the Chrisean rock or whatever, I think her supporters got it twisted. Like you attacking her when you really supporting her, you disappointed because she keeps making mistakes that she should be avoiding, like Blueface, right?
Okay.
And then you got a woman in her 50s calling in, and it seems like she's okay with her being back with Blueface, and that's not support. If she really supporting her, she shouldn't be supporting her stepping backwards, basically. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
And people do pray to God and turn to God when they, feel like they in trouble or whatever. She wasn't saying God every other word before. I don't understand, but their mind is foggy because they feel like you attacking her, but you not even attacking. You showing more support than what they are, because it seemed like they okay with the way that she want to move. Like she's setting herself up. You can either set yourself up for success or set yourself up for failure. And if you want your future to be bright, I mean, you gotta remove like a lot of distractions or whatnot, and you gotta think clear. Like if you got distractions around you, and then you already had problems and issues going one path, but you want to keep doing the same old thing, that's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So no, she needs a totally new direction. If she's going to have God in her life or whatever, she needs to focus, you know what I'm saying, and build on herself. She needs to isolate herself so she can grow. She can't go back in the same chaotic environment or whatever where she can backtrack and then fall into the same dang old traps. That doesn't even make sense.
Not at all. She needs to keep herself distant from the problem. You can't get through a situation by continuing to be around the situation.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know. It just seemed like a lot of older people is seriously lost. They're more immature more than anything because they're very emotional. And then if you thinking about some serious topics and stuff, like you can't be emotional. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't lead with your emotions or whatnot. You got to lead with your brain and what makes sense. We was all born with common sense. That's a blessing from God. You know what I'm saying? I think people need to use it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But that's all I got.
I appreciate you calling in, my brother.
All
right. Smash that like button and hit the subscribe button. SBGB TV live call-in show.
Hello?
SBGB TV live call-in show.
Okay, yeah, this is Stacy.
Hey,
how you doing,
Stacy?
I'm good. I just wanted to say, I know you're talking about Chrisean and Blueface, mostly Chrisean in a sense, but what about Blueface and him wanting her to come? What's his fault in all this? He's the one that went on Jason Lee. He talked about her like a dog in all of his interviews, but then there he is. He done backtrack. He's all in her face. I just want to know your opinion on that.
Okay, so I'm glad you said that. Now, Blueface, we already know that he hasn't been healed, delivered from anything, and he's not acting like he's been healed, delivered from anything. He's out here running around, multiple women, disrespecting them, violating them to the most extent. Chrisean is seeing this because we're all seeing this, right? Chrisean is over here saying how she's with the Lord, how she's, praying and praising. That's why we're saying, Chrisean, if you're saying you're praising, you're praying, and the Lord is your savior, why go back into a toxic situation when you know it isn't good for you? It ain't up to Blueface. It's up to her. If you're the one that's saying you changed, because we're not saying Blueface changed at all. We know Blueface is a piece of shit. We know this. Chrisean is the one saying she changed. So we're not expecting Blueface to do nothing. We're expecting Chrisean to not go back into the same environment that she continues to go into as if something has changed. You don't have the ability to change somebody. You got to change yourself. And this is where the problem is with her going back to a situation that she know isn't good for her.
Well, I think, and you're right, you're very right. But I also think that with Chrisean, because she's young, it's out of habit that she keeps going back and going back. I don't even think that she realizes why she really went back. I think she knows a little bit more now, but to me, with all that being said, I think when he went to prison for those 2 years, that was the best thing that could have ever happened for her, and
but
thank God he went. Thank God he went, because she was able to kind of break away, and she wasn't even realizing she was breaking away. But even with that, when he came out, she went back to him.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Yeah, she tried again, and then she claims he stomped her out. So from there, she stayed away from it, but she kept talking to him on that phone, apparently.
But this is what I'm trying to get the people to understand. Listen, I don't have nothing against Chrisean. The other day, a couple days ago, I was in agreement with the movement that she was doing better. But once I observed something, you can't manipulate my mind. Nobody. This is not ever happening in my whole existence of living on this earth. No one can manipulate my mind. If I'm watching you, telling me something, and then you turn around and do something the opposite, I can't blame that on somebody else. And I'm not gonna agree with blaming anything on Blueface, anybody else, because she had the time, just like you said, to be away from him. 2 years. You had time to air out. And now you just was going through something. You go on your own. You not answering the calls. Soon as you get your money, you run right back to the nigga. I ain't feeling that, and I'm not making an excuse for that. And I feel like a lot of people that support her, they're making an excuse for the decision she's making. There is no excuse. You had 2 whole years to see what type of individual he was, to really analyze the shit that you was going through while you was with him. And then you say that he stomped you out and all this shit you saying, and you go back on the tour bus. I'm not putting myself in that situation, and somebody that does that, I can't make an excuse for that. And it's bad. The people that are making an excuse for her doing that are making sure that she stay in the same position instead of giving her real, raw, and authentic advice. This is why it's going to continue to happen that way, because of the people that are enabling her.
So do you think that Danza, her coach, and the pastor, you don't think those are good people that are giving her the good advice?
Yes, I think they're great people. She's just not listening. I sat there and watched the interview, and I'm going to play it in a minute. We're going to react to it. She didn't listen to none of that shit. She was looking at her phone. She was talking left field. She got her mind made up. You understand that all of us as human beings, when we got our mind made up, I don't care what you say. I got my mind made up. I know what I want to do. And that's where she's at with it. She going to do what she want to do. She even said, yeah, my trainer tells me stuff, but what I like about him is he let me do what I want to do.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, this is all I'm trying to put out there with the people. Be real with yourself. Listen, I want her to do good. And I'm just being real, but I'm not going to sit here and make an excuse for shit I'm seeing. That shit's making me look like I'm delusional.
So do you think that she is going to go back?
Of course.
Mm.
Of course. Listen, she went back over there, and you got to understand this. When she went back to hang with Blueface, she had a good experience. They was over there laughing, play boxing, talking, kicking it. She didn't have a bad experience. So why wouldn't she think about, I'm going to go back again? She had those bad experiences before, but you got to remember, you look at the last situation you had when you on the fence about going back with something. That test run right there, she felt good about being over there with Blueface. So now she looking at it like, okay, he not that bad. He's in there saying, amen, praise the Lord. He's saying everything she want to hear about the Lord. And I just think she gonna make her way back over there if he continues to be nice. Now, if he flips again, she gonna be on the fence, back and forth, not knowing. When Danza asked her if she still loves Blueface, in love, you still in love with Blueface? She said, I don't know. Hold up. You said the man stomped you out. You said the man did all this to you. We seen a lot of shit on camera. Hold up. I'm not in love with you no more. I can say, I do love this person because I got a child with him. But for you not to be able to answer if you still in love, it's a difference between being in love and loving somebody. Yeah, I love you, but I'm not in love. She couldn't answer if she was in love. That said a whole bunch for me.
Right. Well, you know what? I'm glad I was able to talk to you. I like your show, and you keep doing what you do.
I appreciate you calling in.
All right. Bye.
Smash that like button and hit the subscribe button. Shout out to everybody that be rocking with the channel, and I appreciate all of y'all. It's a fact. I just keep it real. You know what I mean? And you don't have to agree with me, or you can agree with me. Everybody has their own opinion. But one thing that I can't agree with is delusional shit. You know what I mean? I'm just being real. I got to be real with myself, because it is what it is. SBGB TV, live call-in show.
Hey, DEEZY, this is Misty.
Hey, what's going on, Misty? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm calling from your favorite person, Whack 100.
Okay.
South Central LA.
Okay, can you turn the TV down a little bit for me?
Okay, I will. I'm calling about Chrisean.
Okay, talk to me.
Chrisean problem is she's young. She's in love with Blueface. She wanna be with him. She been using him. Well, he been using her for so long. He was making money off of her, and he need her money. Now that he see her making money, he want her back in the circus so he could benefit off of her. And she's so stupid, she don't see that. And she fall back on it for her son, just so they could be a family, but she don't realize he don't care about her. His mother is benefiting off of her. He benefiting off of her, and Whack is benefiting off of her.
Yeah.
And it's sad. And she don't see it. She looking for love. She looking for somebody to care for her. And she don't see it. She don't see it. She using God. Yeah. You pray. You do everything you can do. Pray. You can pray as hard as you want to. But that don't mean it's gonna work. When you keep falling back, you falling back into the trap.
I agree.
That's the problem. He using her for money. He need that money. She making more money than him. And now he's trying to bring her back. And she falling back into the trap. He ain't doing nothing but trapping her. That's all he doing. And she need to woman up and leave him alone.
Yeah.
Let him go. Let him go and let him do him. Him and Whack. Both of them are whack. She don't need them.
That's what I was saying to the people. I said, listen, she's been through something. She turned in a direction because she been through something. So there's no need for her to go back to a situation that brought her down. And there is no excuse for it to say you're going for the kid, you're going for clarity, you're going for none of that. Move on with your life. I got
6 kids. And I take care of my kids. If they daddy don't want to be in their life, I say F them. I'm going to take care of my kids. I don't have nothing to do with them. But guess what? I'm good and my kids is good. You don't need no nigga. I ain't trying to say it like that, but you don't need that to take care of your kids and your kids is good. You don't.
Understandable.
Sometimes you got to move on and let go. Let it go. Do you? Don't forget when she was with him the first time around before this incident, her money was going in his bank account and he took all her money.
Yeah.
Now you want her back because she doing boxing. She doing football again. Now you want her back. And you got Nevaeh, whatever her name is, pregnant. And you doing too much, dude. I wouldn't go back. She's dumb for that. I wouldn't even show up for a show for him.
Agreed.
I wouldn't. It's like F him. He a whole 304. In my opinion. I'm good. She need to let that go. She was already told to let him go by a psychic. He is going to be her downfall. She let him go just to do boxing. She did that to focus on boxing and went back. And then you go make your money and give it back to him again? Are you stupid? Make it make sense.
Yeah, that's why.
I don't understand it. Let him go and do you and take care of your baby. That should be her main focus. Her baby and her. Not him and what he doing. He going doing concerts in little, small events.
Yeah.
No. He need you. He already took your money once before and you go give it back to him again? No. I would consider him dead in my life. You don't need him. She got so many people on her team and rooting for her, and she keep on bringing it down. Where don't nobody want to mess with her no more. Let him go. Any money that she make, she gonna be giving it to him. She gonna fall right back into the same trap that she was in before. Let him go.
Yeah, I appreciate you calling in.
They talking about what make you think she gave him money. She was putting her money in his bank account. Cause she couldn't get a bank account. Cause she didn't want nobody to know where she was at and what she had. He was taking all her money. She told him he could keep that shit. She gonna make it again. And she did. And what she do? Go back. She's stupid. It ain't Blueface, it's her. And I was on her team. But you went back? No. Let him go. Let him fall with Whack. Both of them Whack. I do not like Blueface. Blueface is a user. His mom is a user, and they're using her to benefit. And she don't see it. Naive, young, and dumb. And I'm calling in to say that. And that's my opinion. That's my point. And that's it.
I appreciate you calling in.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Smash that like button and hit that subscribe button. Shout out to all y'all that be rocking with the channel. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Yeah. SBGB TV live call-in show.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing much. I've been watching you for a little while. I'm gonna agree a lot with the last caller, other than to say that Chrisean is stupid. Like, I feel like she's naive, and I watched her on the Danza show, and I watched her really look. Like, I don't think, like a lot of people are saying, well, she knew about that interview, that second interview. I think she was told about the interview. I don't think that she necessarily watched the interview. So, because when she kept making references to when he had said something about the baby or whatever, it was like she kept going back to that first time he said it.
I think she's seen the interview, though.
Yeah.
I think she's seen the interview. Yeah, because, she knows, a lot of people when they're on her team, they're going to send her the interview. That ain't nothing. We all can see that. So I think she's seen the interview. When somebody's talking about her, just how when somebody says something about me, everybody's sending it to me. So trust and believe. They sending it to her DM left and right. The people on her team's DM. So I definitely believe she's seen that interview.
Well, I mean, but I know that she said she was running. All I can say is I agree with Danza that she went too soon. If she know that and she didn't make him make a public apology. And Blueface himself, I hated him for so long, and then I just started feeling sorry for him because he just looked like, to me, he looked like he's falling all apart. And I know it got to do with Whack, because it's like Whack will say something, Blueface come right behind him and repeat his words with a different curve. And it just drives me up a wall because I been knew Whack wasn't shit. Excuse me, I don't mean to curse on your show. But I knew, Whack is just... And he always trying to start a fight with somebody that can't fight or ain't willing to fight. He always, oh, you better back like you do. I just be like, you just look stupid, especially at your age. Pull yourself together. He too old for that. I don't know what he did in his past. I don't even care about what he did in his past. But how he act right now makes me feel like all that shit stuff he be talking about that he was like in the day, he was never nothing. He's Whack. They spelled his name Whack. They said his name is Whack because back in his past, he know everybody was calling him Whack. Whacked. He's just ugh. And when you surround yourself with people like Whack, Blue gonna fall apart. He gonna fall apart before our very eyes. And I understand that there was an interview, but I think that Chrisean ran in there to say something to him because he's way worse than he was before he went to jail.
He's when though? When did you saying she ran in there to say something to him?
This last time she ran over there with the whole, let me go in the concert. Like, yes, she did. She looked foolish.
Yeah, I think she went to the concert to get the money and she wanted to see that man. She didn't even mention her son to the guy.
Yeah, you didn't see this. You didn't see this, baby.
Yeah.
And I mean, everybody keeps saying, "Oh, they had on matching outfits." No, they didn't have matching outfits. She had on his shorts, and I know she did because I saw Nevaeh when Nevaeh packed it, and he pulled the clothes out of his. There was a part, I don't remember what, one of his lives. He pulled out the shorts and was like, "What is these, Daisy Dukes?" They're the exact same shorts. So there's that. Now, I don't know if he hit ground with her or anything like that. I don't really have any excuses for anything that she did, and I'm not going to try to excuse it other than to pray that she get back on her bandwagon and acknowledge that she fucked up. And I think that she really was acknowledging it in that interview, because she couldn't even get past it. And for once, like, you know, usually she just go on and on and on and on and on. She overtalk everybody. She don't want to hear it. She trying to, like, she think that she knows what's happening. And for once I saw her sit back and really think about it and cry her tail off. I get she tired, but she moves too fast. That's the curse of being young. You just jump up and go do some stupid stuff. But Blueface and his whole crew, and then they was on the bus with the girl, like, he's just, like, you ever just look at somebody and want to, I feel sorry for him, because it's like, I know everybody like, oh, Chrisean just ran back. She wasn't even looking at her baby, and da-da-da-da. Okay, that's true. She need to just stay at home and do what she been doing. But she is working on doing that. At least she's working towards it. But Blueface got 1, 2, 3, like at least 3 kids. I mean, like 2, and he say it possible, I say it is. He got those 3. Like, I know he home with them, but he don't see them. Do you see him with them? He go see him, and Jaden's always there because she know better than to leave him there by himself with them kids. And they don't pay him no, like, you know, they let him cuss, run around the house. They do exactly what that other little boy, Naviga, whatever her name is, her son do. They just be all over the place. And I hate to tell him, you know, what's that? Carl, she always talking about black family, this, that. Listen, I am from the ghetto. And in the black family, them kids ain't gonna be running around the house acting up like that. I don't care what age they is. Once they start walking around, you automatically start training them so that when people see them in public, you don't have to explain to the public about how terrible they are. And we're not buying, and we're not going to pay for no nanny to teach our daughter, our grandbaby or daughter, to stop cussing. No, I said stop cussing. And if I hear you cuss again, you're going to learn today. You know, spirit, like, I don't know what's wrong with people nowadays. But anyway, that's what I wanted to say. I want us to give Chrisean grace, but at the same time, as much as I love her, sometimes your grace got to be held back. I like the way Danza approached her and did it. And I felt like him, like, yeah, why did you do that 4 days after the interview? Stand up and be accountable for what you did and think about that. You ain't got to tell us all what you think about it, but actually think about that. So that's what I have to say.
I appreciate you calling in.
All right. Bye-bye.
Smash that like button and hit that subscribe button. Shout out to all y'all that rock with the channel. SBGB TV live call-in show.
Hey, brother, what's going on, love?
What's poppin'?
You know what? I just want to say it from this point of view, baby. Because she wanted everybody to see her growing and growth in the Lord and God,
God turns you over to a reprobate mind. And when I say that, I mean, she jumped out of the frying pan back into the skillet. It's a different thing when you're praying, you're asking, and you get delivered from what it is that you run away from, and you can't do it you can't do it alone. You need a higher power to help you. Whatever it is that you pray to that's in a positive manner. The problem is now she been tricked, and she tricked herself. She wants to be back over there, and she's still fighting demons. And the thing is, it's going to be 1,000 times harder for her to get away from him. And I'm not trying to point fingers at her, but she didn't even look like she was in her right state of mind as in that crowd where she went, where she noticed she shouldn't go. They smoking weed, they drinking. She ain't gotta smoke the weed but the fact that the weed is in the air and stuff, she catching a contact. She's seeing people drinking. Instead of her wanting water, she might say, it's okay for me to take a sip. But the fact is, she jumped out of the skillet, back into the frying pan. She was being delivered. She was putting her deliverance on front stage for everyone to see. It's going to be that much harder for her because now this devil is on her heels. She has gotten a taste again of what she was leaving behind. And I wish the best for her. But also at the same time, you can tell that she's still surrounded by people on the back end that she shouldn't be dealing with. And that's not good for her. She has to cut everybody off. She has to go dry turkey. She has to be able to understand, and I'm not going to give her the credit of her being young. Yes, we've all been young, but I'll tell you this. Once you have a child, it's time for you to grow up. Once you commit your life to God, it's time for you to start taking the initiative of what it is that you need to do in order for you to prosper. This is a real big setback for her. And I hope she looks back at the video that they put out of how they were carrying on in that RV, and she realized, I messed up. She didn't have to go to that show to perform. If she wanted to perform so much, she could have went and did a concert in an open place of her own, especially if she wants to be in the church arena. And I'll say sanctuary, because the church is in your heart, but the sanctuary is the building that you go to. I wish her well. And as far as her making her bag, she know they playing her. She knows that. But the fact that she's allowing herself to be played, that's on her. Because when God delivers you from something and he allows you to move forward, because you got to understand, it takes a lot for anyone to want to deal with a person that says, I'm not doing this no more. Only to see you on the main stage doing it all over again. It's going to be hard for her. She has to settle and humble that taste in her that she's trying to get away from. She has to start all over again from scratch. But God turns you over to a reprobate mind. And this is an example of that. And she's playing church. And it's going to come to hit her in the butt. It's like when you little and you out there, somebody, the pastor, you, the congregation. As my aunts and granny and my mom and them used to say, you play church long enough, you're going to get struck by that Holy Spirit. And she played enough that she got struck, but she's not comfortable and serious enough of where it is she wants to go. She grew up in a toxic environment. She has people around her that grew up in a toxic environment, but she took the initiative to step out and try to make a change. And now she's falling back into that same hellhole that she was running from. And she's fallen past the level that she started when she was seeking salvation and wanting comfort and positivity in her life. They're all playing her. And I think Kim is good for her, but at the same time, Kim was being played by Wack for a long time. So I think she needs to do a little more self-seeking, and I think she needs to go to therapy for real. I'm not a big person of therapy, excuse me. And we, as a Black community, we're not a big people for therapy, but sometimes we need therapy to get us out of what it is that we're in. Because she's stirring a pot, and she's not going to like the consequences, because there are repercussions and consequences for everything that we do that is negative, that affect us and those around her. That baby needs her, but she doesn't know how to mother because she didn't have a mother that nurtured and loved her in the way that she wanted to be loved and nurtured growing up. And that's what I have to say, but I wish the best for her.
Okay. Yeah. And we definitely wish the best for her, and we appreciate you calling in with your opinion on that.
And I appreciate you taking my call. And as usual, SBG, as my girl Tree say, SBG TV to the moon, baby. And I'm out.
I appreciate you calling in.
As well, my love. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you. SBGB TV, live call-in show.
Hey, DEEZY. This is Tasha calling from Texas again.
Hey, what's going on, Tosh?
Man, oh, this makes me mad. If I had a daughter like that, just DEEZY, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, this really made me mad as a mom. You know what I mean, or whatever. I mean, as a woman, this really made me mad. Like, ain't no way I'm gonna go run. He had to be like calling her or something. I'm not finna be going running after he embarrassed me to the world and all that and talked about my kid and all that, whether he the daddy or not. You know what I'm saying? And Blueface, he went and did this shit on purpose by getting on Jason Lee's show, sending all these subliminal messages and all this kind of thing or whatever. Now, I'm not finna get no excuse for nobody, but he done been running up in every little thing moving because he done been in jail. I don't know what happened to him in jail and all that kind of thing or whatever. She should be disgusted to see all this. And then on top of that, I think she misses getting her ass whooped. I'm going to just tell you the truth. She must miss it because nobody could just touch my body and demean me and all this kind of thing too. And between them two, they have some type of sick dynamic because they're actually ops with each other. They're actually like competitors. You know what I mean? And he says what he wants. He wants to dominate. He wants a certain type of woman. He said when he got out, he want to get his freak on, get his money right, and all that. He's focused on getting his money right. And it's by all means necessary with him. Her, I don't know if she want to get back into the circus to prove something to them other women or whatever, but she going to have to make a choice. She has dreams. They both had the career thing going on, but he does not want a career woman. He wants a woman he could put his foot on his neck. And so the other thing is, whether that's his baby or not, Lil Junior, okay, he don't want no disabled baby. And she don't really like the fact that she's embarrassed, he's embarrassed, all of that. Now, while he was in jail, his little homies, big homies and all that, they were spitting game because he was embarrassed when she was on there with Bino and another man saying, hey, I be the daddy or whatever. Really, she needed to just do that. You know, because there's somebody for everybody, somebody to love her. But she got to pick a side. She know to stay out of jail and to deal with all her trauma. Church was her refuge or whatever, but she missed the bullshit. She really does. She miss it. She loves it. He loves it. They both of them is crazy, just period. But the main thing is her saying all this stuff and putting all them headlines or whatever, it really makes her delusional. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, I'm embarrassed about her. You know, there's a sisterhood type of thing. We gotta look out for one another, just like there's brotherhood type things, whatever. But this stuff right there, all them 10,000 family members, all of them need to ass whooped because they need to fix her crown. Just period. Everybody that's around her, they bleed in her. And if she went and took that dude some money, really, she spoke on what she wanted to do, buy her house, buy her all this woo-woo. She needed to just boss herself up, get her mind right, get her baby right. If she want a career, want to be famous and all that. Oh, you think Toni Braxton didn't have a messed up baby? What you know she had? She had got the care for the baby. She went and got the dog. She's sick herself. There's things she could do. She can get somebody, a nanny, and still have it all. And then she's only 25 or whatever she is. Okay, she saw her parents be married or whatever and do the Ike and Tina shit or whatever. I think she liked getting her ass whooped. That's why she went and got the boxing. She likes to fight. But she gonna have to make choices because this shit is delusional. And if she don't make it up, I don't want her to crash out and end up going back to jail. Or really, when she got in that dude's face, that little play boxing, they really wanted to just beat each other's ass. That's how I feel about it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what is your thoughts?
Oh man, yeah, she's definitely manipulating the people in my eyes because she's definitely still in love with him, and she went back over there without the baby. And you know, if she's saying he was calling her about the baby for months and seeing the baby and he wanted to be with the baby, that should have been the first thing she took over there instead of herself. But you know, they knew this was going to go viral, so you know, I think they like the attention and they do whatever they do for attention.
Yeah, I think they both wanted to go viral. I think they both wanted to go viral. And I don't know why she showed up like that. She could have just showed up bossy. She didn't have to have her titties showing or whatever. She should at least, if she was going to do that, she needed to make it look bomb like she used to do, but a little bit cleaner or whatnot.
Yeah, man, listen, Chrisean, she better get it together because if not, he going to bring her down again.
Yeah, he wants to bleed her. That's how he gets his clicks. But I'm going to tell you where she really did the damage. When she left him while she was in jail. Because he tells you straight up. He tells you. It's just that he makes jokes about it. He didn't like the fact that she went and got these dudes. They were some fine-ass dudes, okay? And then how the dudes were treating her or whatever. Okay, and then whatever she was doing with her being nasty and all that different kind of stuff or whatever, and whatever she was doing, she was looking good. But if the guy she was messing with didn't drag her, and I think that lowered her confidence when these dudes dragged her because she was doing her thing. And that pissed them off, especially when she made money with Bino and all that kind of whatever. Her and Bino was looking good. Okay. So I think what's happening to her is she's stressed out with all the stuff going on. We all got stressed. Plus the baby, the dynamic with the baby and stuff like that. But I'm not finna be homeless for nobody. And she got to get her mind right, period. You know what I mean? She got to care about herself, care about that baby, and then that's where her success and abundance and all that stuff come right. Yeah, it's hard, but okay. Now, she was doing good when the one sister that wanted to bleed her for her money was babysitting Junior or whatnot. But really, I don't know exactly what's wrong with that baby, but I think that baby needs a G-tube because it can't go on for the rest of his life without eating solid foods. I don't care how long she want to hide it or whatnot or whatever, but if the baby get the G-tube, it got to have a 24-hour nurse, and it can still get an infection and die. And so it's a really delicate thing, but she got to get that food right. You know, whatever going on with the baby got to get right. And she don't need no more kids. If she can't handle this, she don't need no more kids until she get mature, get herself right, and be able to balance her life, you know. So I don't know what she gonna do, but this shit is disgusting.
I appreciate you calling in, baby.
All right, thank you. Good, keep up the good work. Bye-bye.
I appreciate you.
Bye.
SBGB TV live call-in show.
Hey, DEEZY. Hey, SBGB TV family. This Trees.
What's up, Trees?
I'm calling in coming up on Chrisean.
Okay.
Okay, now, I'm not with everything she say, but feeling from, I know everybody don't go with the signs and all that, but our birthday 2 days apart, and me knowing me, she wearing her heart up on her shoulder, and she looking for some type of acceptance from Blueface, but Blueface not up on that level, and she not up on the level right now to realizing that, and she gonna end up getting hurt and end up out of a lot of money. But right now, one thing about Pisces, you can't tell them nothing, because when they love hard. So Carissa and Blueface and Whack and all them playing her, but I really think she really doing it because she in love with him. I'm looking up at this interview and all that, and I'm reading her energy and all that. She really still in love with him.
Yeah, I can see that myself.
She is really still in love. Like you said, why you ain't bring the baby? Most girl would have had the baby up on the hip. Like, get your baby, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That'd have been our excuse. Usually the baby mama used that as an excuse. But from the other TV shows, gay folks took DNA tests. The baby ain't been his for years that we know. That was why the other boy folks got on the line. And that's what Blueface was speaking up on the Jason Lee. Like, you know, he only going up on Jason Lee because of Whack connection. You know, Whack messing with Jason Lee too on the down low. We ain't gonna act like we don't see that part. But, yep, just like the other caller called and said earlier, he went on Jason Lee to make a public announcement. He basically was talking to all them girls, telling them how he felt like they disappointed him when he went to jail. You put yourself in jail. I hate boys that do that. Like, when they go to jail, it's the girl's fault. No, it ain't. You put yourself there, so deal with it. You want to be around all guys. You could have stayed outside. But Chrisean Rock, she just need to watch herself, because Whack and Blueface them got a motive. I mean, I don't like her too much because of her lifestyle and all the choices she makes, but I like her for her being a Pisces, and I don't wish her no bad luck. I think she needs to open her ass and pay attention, because they don't mean her no good, and she actually really doing it out of love, because she ain't had no love. She had all them siblings and mothers and all that, but she really don't know what love is. What you think?
Yeah, that sound like a good way to look at it.
I mean, if they've been watching her for years, I've been watching her when she first started doing that little track stuff and all that. She was being motivated Soon as she started doing the Zeus, she got with Zeus. It seemed like soon as they get with Zeus, they get to doing Santana stuff, and then they get to going down. Then her and Blueface, it got even worse. You know what I'm saying? And then when she went going with what Wack wanted to do, it got worse. Just like you said, her and Kim winning, and Wack and Blueface losing. Why all of a sudden he lose, you win, now he want to be around you? He heard about your contract. Come on now. He was using you at first for your money. Don't fall for the same trap. That's all I'm saying. I know you young and all that, but there ain't no excuse. She got a baby. That young stuff got to be over with. Once you push your legs up and push a baby out, that's what they told me. Okay. And every woman up on here know that. So we got to stop making this excuse. She just got to wake up before it's too late.
She got to wake up before it's too late.
That's it. And I'm gone. Back to the chat, D.
I appreciate you calling in.
All right, G.
SBGB TV live call-in show.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
How are you?
I'm okay. How you doing?
I'm all right.
Who I'm speaking with?
Sherry.
All right. What's going on, Sherry?
I agree with what the last caller said. She got to wake up. But can I say this?
Let me hear it.
I
said, let me hear it.
I'm not making no excuses for her, but I do love Chrisean. I'm going to be honest. Because, you know, she came a long way. And Blueface is a manipulator. And we all know Wack don't like her because she told Blueface years ago that he wanted her to sign a contract with him behind Blueface back. Okay, so that's one reason. And then on Crazy in Love, I remember an episode Wack was telling her, you going up, and it's like he going down. So I don't want you at the studio so he can focus. You know, everybody can see in Chrisean's presence, whenever she walk in the room, she light the whole room up. That's just her. But anyway, I think that's her blessing by God or whatever. But Blueface and his whole family is plotting on her, and they've been doing it. Even Blueface said on Jason Lee, he told his mom it was okay to drag her online. It's all about money. And I believe that's Blueface's son. She was too in love with him. I don't care what lie he tell. Blueface lie, his mama lie, Wack lie. That's all they do is lie. And I believe they all put a plot together because they couldn't get their way with her. She separated her checks from Blueface when they was on Zeus, because she saw how he just kept taking all the money and issuing her a little and, you know, doing what he wanted to do with it. And she got tired of that. She woke up. She is young. And it's okay to love Blueface. I believe she loved him too, but I know she's on a different, you know, she's following God right now. And I see when they was together, he had a Bible.
You said it's okay to love Blueface?
It's okay to, because I'm gonna say this. I'm not saying she in love with him. I'm saying it's okay to love him if she loves him.
You see what Blueface doing?
Yeah. But I said she's not in love with him. But I can see it too. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm a Chrisean supporter.
So if you see Blueface doing what he's doing, right? He disrespected her, right? He's disrespecting every woman he comes in contact with on screen, right? So why would you say it's okay for her to love him?
Because we can't stop her from loving him. But Didn't you just say we can't stop her?
But if you saying it's okay, right? That's like you encouraging her.
I'm not saying that.
It is because if you was
she can love him from afar if you're following God.
Nah, but if you were a supporter of her, right? You would be telling her, baby girl. Let me understand. You would be telling her, baby girl, listen, don't worry about him. Don't worry about
I didn't get there. I didn't get there yet.
Yeah, but you would listen. You gotta understand, right? Love is kind of a word, right? It's kind of a word that you mentally get caught up in, right? Because you think this is how you feel from your mind, right? Everything is from the mind. You know, you start thinking about your body, but it's from the mind. So you get caught up in this, and if somebody's not good for you, there's no way.
You need to leave them alone.
But there's no way that you should, you know, encourage her to love. You know what I'm saying? Like, that should be something that, like, nah, you should be separating. You know, you shouldn't be having that she says she got a soul connection. There is no such thing as a soul connection. It's a mental connection. If your brain goes dead, you can't do nothing. Your soul is not doing nothing if your mind isn't working. So it's all mental, but it's like the world has been, you know, manipulated as a whole. And we get to looking at shit from the shit that we're taught instead of being realistic from the observations and experiences, you know. And when you pay attention to what's going on right here, she's searching for love from Blueface because she wants to be with him, but at the same time, Blueface don't want to be with her. He wants to use her. So
exactly,
she has to, you know, come to the understanding that that relationship is over.
Right. But remember, she left him when he was in jail because of the same things he's doing now. These are some of the same women he was cheating on her with, and she found out. But what I'm saying is, if she loved him, there's not. I get what you're saying, but do you get what I'm saying? It's gonna have to fade away on her own.
But you can't.
But she don't have to be in a relationship. I don't think she want to be in a relationship with him though, because she know he's not right for her. And he's not ready.
They was in a relationship before. That's why she left him. They was in a relationship before doing this. They'd go off and run off and hump all this person, hump that person, they humping each other and come back. That ain't nothing like they ain't used to that. They used to going to go hump other people.
Right. That's toxic. But guess what? She wasn't, she's always been a believer, but she wasn't following God like she, you know, she had a distraction, which was him. And I don't think she's going to let him distract her again. That's what I'm saying.
He distracted
now, I'm just
her
being
already.
honest.
He did. When she went over there to perform and talk to him, that was the distraction.
Well, she said she would. She said she wanted to talk to him face to face. But do you know him and his mom? His mom was even crying, saying she won't let them see the baby. No, you know. Do you know that they was?
Come on, baby. Come on, y'all.
But do you know that they was? I'm asking. Do you know that he was calling behind the scenes, kept saying that he don't?
This is what men do. I'm a man. You understand what I'm saying? A man will call and say whatever he want when he want to try to get control of you.
Well, we know that, but she's not gonna. I don't think she's gonna allow that anymore. But that's what he's upset about.
And listen, I'm gonna tell you what I learned my game from. I learned my game from women, right? When I dealt with a few women in my life, right, and they wouldn't answer the phone when the relationship, you know, was rocky and we was beefing and they wouldn't pick up the phone, and I'd be like, damn, I'm calling back to back, and they don't answer. That shit taught me something, whereas though I know how to do it better than a woman. You understand what I'm saying? I mastered that. So she got to understand that the relationship is over. Don't matter how many times the mom cries, how many times Blueface texts her, you got to stay over here. Those women like that, I respect that. Even though I didn't like it when it happened to me, I respect that, because in certain situations, you got to do that to people. No matter
what. You got to teach people how to treat you. Yeah. I understand that, but what I'm saying.
Don't teach them how to treat you. Cut them the fuck off.
True. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, cut them off. Don't give them a chance to do it again. Don't give them a chance to, you know, try to talk to you later. The relationship with her and Blueface is over. You know what I'm saying? If she want Blueface to see the kid,
she want him to co-parent.
Drop the kid off the Carlissa. Give the kid the Carlissa. Tell her, Carlissa, I'm coming to meet you. I don't need to talk to Blueface because you're not healed from Blueface. She cannot talk to Blueface until she's delivered. She has not been delivered, and that shit is not going to take 3 months.
Okay, can I tell you this too? Well, she said it's been like 5 months. I'm gonna tell you this too.
It ain't long enough. You need a long time.
Okay, I understand. But I'm gonna can I tell you this? Her pastor has been preaching about forgiveness. That's another thing for like a month and a half, because I watch it sometime when I come home from church. Her pastor is preaching about forgiveness and for like a month and a half, almost 2 months. Like forgive family, forgive this, come together. Woo. So maybe that's probably what, you know, what she's listening to and saying. Because didn't you hear what she said? I did everything. You know, she told all her sisters they could come to her fight. I think she just want peace. When you following God, you think differently. That's all I'm saying.
She don't want no damn peace. I'm going to tell you why she don't want no peace.
Goodness.
I'm going to just be real. Because you went back over to the circus. When you pulled up on Blueface, listen, we got to be real, baby. Blueface is on streams disrespecting women. They right now on the tour bus.
And
Hold on, baby. They on the tour bus right now disrespecting a woman. Right now. They got this fiend-looking broad on there that was running around with the security whack boy doing whatever they doing. They on there recording her disrespecting. Blueface don't want no peace. How are you going to go back to a situation that has not looked at having any type of peace, and you think that you're going to go over there in one piece? You got to understand, she has to work on herself. And when you work on yourself, you can't include other individuals. I don't care if you got a kid by them. I don't care if they're your sister, your brother, your mom. You got to be delivered first before you encounter anybody else. And she's not doing that. So it's never going to level out if she don't get in tune with who she is, because she don't know herself.
Well, you heard her say she did everything, and her mental is right now, so she thought it was enough time.
I don't think so.
She wants him to co-parent. That's all, and she wants him to stop with the lies. And
he's not gonna co-parent. Blueface ain't messing with that damn kid. We can see that. He's not messing with that kid.
But he's not messing with the kid because he can't control the mom. Remember, she didn't let him come to the birth. That was the first time he started up a lie. So he was planning a baby shower with Jason Lee for her, and she left because she didn't like he was trying to control her again.
But listen to you, baby. I need you to you got to go back and listen to this, baby. You saying everything, but she need to work on her. The baby got the blue face, the kid got the co-parent. Oh, that shit ain't adding up, baby. She got to work on her.
I said that's what she wants.
But she can't do none of that until she get herself right. You can't co-parent if you can't get yourself right. She's not right. You can't get right that fast. You got demons and shit going on, shit running around. You got all these people, your mom and all them people, all the people around her already crossed her, talked about her.
Yes.
And she done brought all these people back around, acting like that shit don't work like that. Like, once people cross you and they talk about you the way the mom, the sister, that shit is dead. Ain't no fixing that.
But SBG, what did I just tell you? Her pastor was preaching about. I really think that's what motivated her to do what she's doing.
The pastor messing her up.
Because I'm telling you, I watch it.
The pastor messing her up then. Straight up.
I kid you not. And that's what I told my son. I said, I believe she listened to that pastor. Because he kept saying family is important. Forgive, forgive, forgive. The pastor that she called her father, Pastor Mike. He's been preaching about this for almost 2 months now. Because sometimes I watch it. I kid you not. I think that's what motivated her. I'm not just trying to defend her. It's like once he started preaching about that, that's what happened. But I'm hoping she's strong enough. Watch it. It come on YouTube. I watch it on YouTube on Sundays. Not every Sunday I don't, but sometimes. Yeah, but I'm thinking that's what motivated her. If you look into it, do a video on that, and you will see maybe they still on that forgiving part. So that's what I'm thinking, and that's why she said what she said. She didn't mention the past, but that's what my thought is on that. Because she said, I did everything and I forgave everybody. Now I'm working on his dad. That's what I'm saying. Because I was upset. When I woke up, I was kind of shocked. Like, what? She done let him talk her to, because they putting on the show. We all know what it's about. It's about money and it's about jealousy. They came up with a plot to bring her down because they all jealous. And I don't care what nobody say. But that's her gift from God.
So you got to think about this, right? She went back over there and she allowed herself to go back in that environment. When you are a drug addict, right? They tell you got to change the people, places, and things that you've been around in order to be delivered from being an addict. You can't think that you're going to go back over here because you started your journey and you can be able to handle it, because the temptations, just how she just said, hey, listen, we got soul ties. Now the soul gonna be, your mind gonna be telling you the soul tie. He done went over there and told her, amen, God this, the Lord that.
Yeah,
Jesus
he was,
this,
but I was singing it too.
So now, listen, this is the manipulation. Her brain is not strong enough. So if she don't understand that you got to get you right, your brain is not strong enough to deal with what he's doing. He's playing on the mental. So you can say, she got God. That shit ain't working if you got somebody playing on your mental, because your mind is stronger. You gonna do what your mind say. You can say pray all you want, but if you don't make the actions towards what you praying about, it ain't gonna happen.
Okay, well, I maybe she just need to stay away. Just stay away. I didn't want her with him anyway. I didn't want her with him anyway.
Listen,
I don't trust
you
her.
Done turned into my baby. That's what I'm talking about. She just needs to stay away.
She do, but I said that. But I'm telling you, that's what I thought about. Her pastor has been preaching about forgiveness, family, love for almost 2 months. So maybe I'm thinking she probably like, okay, I've been away too long. I don't want to be the reason why he don't see his dad. We all know how Blueface lie. We all know how his mom lied. And we know what it's about. It's about jealousy. And I really don't trust. They will set her up. Did you see how Wack was looking at her when she was running on stage? And how that crowd was screaming for her?
Yeah, we know Wack is jealous of her.
The evil look. And I was nervous. Like, oh my goodness, I hope she got her security with her.
We know Wack is jealous. Wack is a jealous individual. So, of course, Wack, Wack probably had part in that because he know Kim, his wife, is managing her. So he want to pull out the strings and get Blueface to do certain things and to bring him over there. So, it's all games.
And you see what I just said, that it's a plot. And did you see that Wack put out that tweet where after she put Chrisean's parents on Snapchat, he put out the tweet. He the one put that tweet out saying that Blueface is not the dad again, even though Blueface still had it on his Twitter. I didn't know that at first, that he still had that on his Twitter, because I don't follow Blueface. I see clips. Okay. So it's crazy, but they plotting on her still. So she needs to stop listening. That's what I believe. And it ain't that she's just listening to. She's just a forgiving person. So she just needs to stay away, period. And if she's walking with God, so eventually everything will fall in place. That's what I say.
I listen, I understand, I hear you, but if you don't make the choices that you need to make, you can be walking with whoever. It's not going to work. You know what I mean? Listen, you got to make and take initiative. God is just a stepping stool of help. We're giving you the courage to go in the direction. But I'm going to tell you, right? A lot of church people do this, and I'm just keeping it a buck. They say God, when they in church, and then when they go sin, soon as they do something wrong, they say, God gonna forgive me. And they think that this is what people do. They've been doing this since the word, has been out there, and, people been following the Lord. Once they do whatever they do, now they want to, say, Lord, forgive me for my sins. And then they go back in the church and they praying to God and then go home. The pastors do it all the time. They be in there talking to the women and they start telling them how to take their pants down, right? And then they want to stick it in them and say, Lord, forgive me. You hear me? I've sinned. You got to understand, right? It's a lot of manipulation. The world is filled with hope and manipulation. That's base of a lot of things. And it's a lot of people selling hope. Most of the people that sell hope good, they make a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Because they selling you something that you're never going to get. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, she got to understand to stay away from the environment. If she understands to stay away from that environment and get her thoughts back together and heal, she might be all right. But if she go back playing over there, we're going to see the same circus again. And then listen to this, though, right? I'm going to just keep it a buck with you. If shit go left with the boxing, right, and it don't work out like she want, and she get tired of doing that shit, she's going back to the circus to make content. Because that's
I hope not.
Knows.
I hope this is just a one-time thing and just, I don't know. Blueface ain't ready though. She knows that. So it's just hurting her about her son. So, you know, not knowing his father but whatever. I pray she don't go back around no time soon. Okay. Thank you.
I appreciate you calling in, baby.
Okay. Bye.
Smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Shout out to all y'all that be rocking with the channel. Hey, listen, y'all know we just keep it a buck. That's it. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We just gonna keep it a buck. That's it. SBGB TV live call-in show.
Yeah, this C Brown.
Yo, what's up, bro?
I just got something to say real quick. All right, so prayer basically works like this. Like, you gotta imagine if you God, right, and you save a person, deliver them from a situation, and then they go right back into the situation. Like, how many times would you expect God to pull you out of that hole? You know, like if I got a dog and it's a sewer hole that's open, they don't have a manhole on top, so it's a sewer hole right there, and this dog falls down there. And how many times am I gonna go down there and save this dog if it jumps in there? Like, you know, after a while, you like, I'm gonna let the dog sit there for a minute and learn his lesson or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm gonna save the dog. You know what I'm saying? But you're not gonna keep running over there wanting to save the dog if the dog don't want to be saved. Like, you can't save somebody that don't want to be saved. Like, if she's going to get delivered or whatever, yes, that's great. That's fine. And if any of you guys out there really support this woman, you gotta not be a fan. Like, y'all fanned out. Y'all fanned out at this point because y'all not supporters. If y'all don't want her to do better and see where her faults are right now, that's a fault. She just prayed to be delivered from that situation, got out of the situation, and jumping right back, it seems like. So I don't know. It's simple. I don't get it.
Yeah, I definitely agree. You know, she has to work on herself and change the people, places, and things. And when she does that, you know, that's why things is going in a better direction for her, right? But now her going back into the same environment that she ran from, where she changed the people, places, and things, that shit can go left instantly, and then we gonna all see her back crying again, talking about God got her. It's like the same process.
Yep, they got a old experiment out there where they had two plants. One plant they didn't feed any of these plants any food, but the experiment was one plant. They told this one plant, "I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you." And then they told another plant, "I love you, I love you, I love you" every day. You know what I'm saying? Just repeatedly every day. And it was on a recorder where the plant only heard this every day, but they was in separate rooms. The plant that heard "I hate you, I hate you, I hate you" in that negative environment, it withered up and died. The one that got told "I love you" every day, and it was in that positive environment or whatnot, that plant was like so beautiful, big, like it was on fertilizer. But none of them got fed. You know, that just shows you you know, how vibrations work with our bodies, like the music. Like if you listen to negative music, you're gonna be in a negative mind state. If you listen to positive music, you're gonna be in a positive mind state. If you're in a negative environment, you're gonna be doing, you know, negative shit. But if you in a positive environment, you're gonna be positive, you know. It's a difference. It's simple. You know what I'm saying? If y'all gonna support her, support her. Dang.
Yeah.
They call themselves supporters, but they really fanned out, but they not supporting her. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't get it. But that's all I gotta say. It's simple.
I appreciate you calling in, bro.
No problem, bro.
SBGB TV.
Okay. One thing y'all not about to do is keep playing with my girl.
You gotta turn your TV down, baby.
Oh, I'm listening to you on my other fucking phone.
Well, you gotta, and then can you do me a favor? Watch it.
I'm not gonna cuss. I'm sorry for cussing.
Right. And then turn it down so we can hear you clearly.
Playing with my girl. Like this, Chrisean is 26 years old.
Okay.
I've been following Chrisean since she was 19.
So when do you want her to get it together? How old?
She been getting it together.
I'm asking you. Ask you a question though. Ask you a question.
Can I talk? Can I talk?
Ask you a question. I said,
you don't even know Chrisean like that. I didn't make Chrisean 3 times.
I asked you a question. I said, when do you expect for her to get it together?
She don't have to never get it together. She don't want to.
Yeah.
This is her life.
Okay.
So how can y'all judge her from what she doing? What I was doing at 26, didn't nobody know it because it wasn't Facebook, it wasn't Instagram, it wasn't YouTube, it wasn't none of that.
This what happens when you become
I don't care,
a public
but
figure.
y'all always blaming her. Y'all
That's
don't never
who the
blame.
one's doing it, baby. Who else is doing it?
I don't care. Y'all don't never blame the nigga.
And what the nigga got to do with her going back to him?
Y'all don't blame Blueface for shit.
What does Blueface have to do with her going back after she praised
God? She didn't
God?
go back to do shit. She just went and performed.
No, she was in there hugging on him. She was hugging him. She was boxing with him. They was slap boxing.
Get closure for
They was doing. That ain't no closure, girl. Stop lying.
I don't think I'm already talking to you live because you let everybody else talk. But when somebody defending Chrisean,
it's because you being loud with it, baby. You ain't talking.
I'm not getting loud about shit.
You can't talk. You gotta talk to me, baby. You can't yell at me and think I'm going to listen to you.
I'm not yelling about nothing. I don't like. I love your show.
But calm down
I've been watching
bit.
your show for the last year. And then you just started talking about Chrisean like the last couple of months. It's like, damn, why you going on her?
Listen, I was with
everybody
Chrisean.
Talking about her. Like,
I was with her.
Damn, can we uplift the girl?
I was with her when she went back. It
so
lost
she
me.
made one. So because she did. Because y'all mad because she went and did that with
I'm just talking about it. I'm a blogger.
So why
I'm a
would
YouTuber.
y'all talk shit about her?
I'm
like,
a YouTuber.
Damn.
I'm going to call out what I see.
I understand you a YouTuber, but don't y'all understand that sometimes people will go too far and want to kill themselves because they got the whole internet going
we ain't going through that.
Yeah.
Listen, we're not going through that, baby. Listen. She made a decision. The Blueface is over there. He's humping on all the girls. He's humping on all the girls, and she ran back over there. Tell her go get another nigga. Inbox her and tell her go find another nigga. She went to perform
and got paid. What are you talking about?
Come on, baby. Listen, she ain't get paid that much.
Don't call me baby.
She ain't get paid that much.
I'm a grown-ass woman. Don't call me baby.
She ain't get paid that much. She didn't get paid that much.
You don't. Who give a fuck? What she made?
You do. Obviously, you telling me.
Care.
And when and when I call you baby, right? I want you to understand this, right? When I call you baby, right? When I call you baby, that's a figure of speech. I don't know you, so I don't care about you like that.
You in your 40s and you talk about a 20-some-year-old.
That's because she want to be the 20-year-old on the internet being a fool.
You sit here and talk about wax every fucking day.
And you listen every day, right? And you listen every day, right?
And you listen every day, right?
And you listen every day, right?
You is not no better than
and you listen every day, right?
You listen every day.
I did. You listening now, right?
Clips of your ass.
You listening now, right?
I don't watch your shit
you
like that.
You calling me, right? You calling me, right?
I'm claiming shit.
I can see you got mental issues too, baby. It's
no,
okay.
mental. You the motherfucking mental one.
You the one that got the issues, baby. It's okay.
Girl
that you probably
Man,
was
listen,
back
baby,
in the day, nigga.
you
that
got
you probably,
mental
that's
issues,
why
baby.
your ass was in jail for selling dope and all that shit.
You got
why
mental
you talking about
issues,
other
baby.
motherfuckers? You
You hear
talking
me?
about a fucking a 26-year-old.
You gotta grow up, baby.
Get the fuck up.
You gotta
grow
grow
the
up,
fuck
baby.
up.
You
That's
emotional
what the fuck y'all
over
need to do.
somebody that
Quit
don't
worrying
even like
about
you.
a 26-year-old
Chrisean
that got
don't even like
motherfucking
you, though.
money. Worry
Chrisean
about your
don't even like
motherfucking
you.
self.
You know that, right?
Dumbass,
Chrisean
niggas.
don't even
That's
like
why
you.
can't nobody have no niggas in this
Chrisean
world.
don't
Y'all some
even
hoe-ass
like you.
niggas. Quit talking about her.
Chrisean don't like you.
And worry about wax.
Chrisean don't like you,
Why
though.
you wanna suck
You
his
know that,
dick,
right?
bitch?
Chrisean don't even like
Talking
you.
about?
You sound like your
Why
breath
you all
stink.
up on his dick, bitch?
You sound like your breath stink. You calling
Yeah,
me,
I'm
go
fucking
brush your
motherfucker,
teeth.
bitch, talking about my
Go
girl.
brush your
I'm
teeth
definitely is
with your little
talking about a
snagger
young
tooth
ass
hands.
girl
Go brush
that's
your
out
teeth
here getting her
with your
shit
little snagger tooth
the right
hands.
way. Y'all mad 'cause
You
she
sound
was
like a
fucking
little
her
snagger
daddy,
tooth
fucking
broad
daddy,
calling
and
me
I'll
drunk
never see
at
you with a
early
bitch,
in the
nigga,
morning.
'cause you probably
Go
lying in a
brush your teeth,
motherfucker.
baby.
Fuck
You see that?
and your
Go
little hoe.
brush your teeth. Oh, stinky ass. God damn it. Calling me. Go brush your damn chiclets, girl. God damn. Damn. She got her panties in a bunch like that. God damn. I must be telling the truth now. I gotta be in here telling the damn truth. Straight up. I ain't disrespect her one time. All I did was tell the truth. The truth done rocked her damn bell. God damn it. Let's be real. Shit getting out of control.